Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I'm sitting pretty starting riots right here on iLLANOiZE Radio. And every single week, you come and you watch these great interviews, and you still ain't subscribed. What are you doing? Hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on too.
This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot going down right now.
Walking world, walking world, walking world. You're tuned in to iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable radio show. I'm your host, Biko, alongside Pretty Riot, iLLANOiZE Jones. And as always, we bring you all the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today, we got the homegirl Sanaa Salah in the building.
All right, Jones must like you. Not like that, but like y'all must really be cool because that's a...
No, I just...
That's exciting.
I ain't done it in 2 weeks,
that was some excitement. I'm sorry.
Shit,
He never did the horns
look.
like that, so we about to have a good interview. I can already tell.
Who came in the door talking about, what's up, nigga?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. She pre-gamed everybody for today.
Vibes. I definitely got the vibes all around.
That's what we like to hear. How you feeling today on this Saturday?
I feel good. I'm having a lazy Saturday. I'm not going to lie. So this was a great day to come and talk to y'all because it's kind of not a lot going on today. But that's good. This is the calm before the storm.
I like it.
You say calm before the storm. So when the storm planning on landing?
So I'm going to be starting Art in Motion, working at Art in Motion next week. And then we're on break right now with HHOH, which is my dance school. And then in September, you know, Virgo season, it's going to be all
You a
crazy
Virgo?
all over again. I am a
When
Virgo.
your birthday?
September 17th.
Oh my gosh, my birthday September 5th. Shout out.
The 11th.
Yes, and Biko a Virgo.
See, now I want to know what's your moon sign, though. See,
Oh, y'all
we
going
get
too
to it.
deep now.
I could tell you what my moon sign. I don't know about you,
What's your
but
moon
I'm a
sign?
Virgo sun, a Capricorn moon, and a Libra rising. Look,
I think I'm the same.
I feel the energy. It's all here.
Wow.
That's a lot to keep up with.
I don't
No,
know
it's
none
not.
of
It's
that, but I
three
think I'm the
things.
same.
If you know, just ask your
Cat moon,
mothers what
too.
time you were born.
Yeah, I think we I
and
think.
I can help y'all
That's
out.
what's up.
So what's yours?
I'm a Cap Moon. I'm a Virgo sun and a Cap Moon.
What's your rising?
Sag.
Okay. Oh, but I like that Sag energy for you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That might be where you get your rhythm from because the Libra did not give it to me. I'm just...
My name been in it. I ain't in it. Now, Sanaa, I mean, let's actually talk about your name a little bit. Sanaa Salah. It got a ring to it.
Absolutely.
Is there a deeper meaning behind your name?
Yeah, so Sanaa just means art and all things beautiful. And Salah is peace and prayer. So those are like, you know, that's what I'm about. I'm about beauty and art. Outside of dance, I love to create, creative direction, poetry, all type of things. And I'm all about peace, alignment, universe, all those things. So it's just kind of just me in a nutshell. And it's pretty and has a nice little ring to it.
It does. It, like I said, it literally rolls off the tongue. And I'm like, it has to be a deeper meaning to your name, and that's dope to actually hear it too. You know, hear you speak it, so everybody can understand that it's power to what you bring to the table. And speaking of, go ahead. I thought you were gonna say
I was
something.
just gonna say, like 2020, you know, everybody kind of went through like a shift a little bit to some extent, and that was also my Saturn return. For those who know what that is, so it was kind of just like me being like, all right, Elena, which is, you know, my birth name, she's cool, but she, you know, this is something new that's being birthed, kind of. This is someone else that is kind of coming out of somewhere, and she was Goddess and also that also came from there.
Did that also come after? I believe you was dealing with your bones got real like light and dense, and did that also come after that incident, after that injury? I would say.
No, that happened like in 2011. That happened many years ago, actually.
So
before.
wait, what do you mean your bones got light?
So I got sick. You know, it was the universe trying to call for my attention, like, hey, you ain't doing something right. Got very, very sick, dislocated my shoulder and couldn't dance for a while. And, like, I've been danced. So it was like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It was very depressing, actually. I didn't want to hear about dance. Don't tell me about, so you think you can dance. Ain't nobody dancing, nobody. So, and that's when I started doing PR, actually. That's when I met this guy.
So that was what, 2012-ish, 2013?
I'm not going to lie to you. I have no idea. Like 2015, 14, somewhere around there. But no, that wasn't the birth of Sanaa.
Gotcha. So, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's talk about that time then when you were sick. and you didn't want to dance, knowing that dance is your passion, like what for that to take you away from dancing, low key, how did that hit your heart in a certain way where did you ever think you would come back to dance?
I didn't think so. It did hurt my heart a lot. I didn't think so, but it was necessary, and I'm grateful for it because all I was dance. And we're not here to just have a single service. We're here to experience things in a large abundance. So it's like I had to find, myself in other things. So it was important, and I got to work with a lot of dope artists. I was like, well, if I can't make my dream come true, I'm going to make other people's dreams come true, do the PR thing. And so I'm very grateful for that, that had to happen.
So I kind of want to know, how was doing PR for you during that time? Like, were there any things that you liked and disliked about being in the PR world?
Yes, I liked the fact that it was like, okay, I ain't got to wait in no lines. I'm always in for free. It's like VIP life, that's cool. And then there was like a respect factor also. Like, I'm not getting that because, I'm shaking butt or, because I'm getting that because I'm actually working to be an asset. But, it's tiring chasing behind artists, and they're y'all.
They on their own time.
Come on now, 6 o'clock in the morning all day, and then it's just the schedule and following behind people. It just was too much.
What company was you working for? What company was you doing PR for?
I was building my own independent company.
Oh,
so I was about to say she very independent, but I already know why. It's that Virgo. So how was it like actually jumping into the PR field and you actually building your own firm for that at the time? Because that's kind of hard to do. Like, most people will join PR and they'll actually go work under somebody who already has a network established and things like that. So what was it like for you to be doing something so new and establishing that within that network?
It was fun. I feel like I do that often. Like right now with building my dance company, it's just I'm never really feeling like I fit in with other spaces, I guess. I actually did try to get some internships, but they say you need experience to get the job, but you ain't got the job to get the experience. So I just kind of I sent the same email to every single body that was a brand, everybody on GCI, everybody, everywhere. Because if you send out 1,000 emails, you're going to get at least one back. You know what I mean? And I got some great inspiration from people. My first big break, I feel like, which kind of got me propelled in, was Mile High. And he was like, you know what, I don't know what you got, but come on, let's figure it out. Let's work what you got to do. Because, my thing was, I'm not going to charge you anything. I want to make you money. So they're like, why not? I'll take that. Let's see what's going to happen with that. And so just kind of from there, working and snowballing. But it was cool. It was fun. But, yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't dancing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, I want to know, like, because I never met somebody that actually danced, that went to school to study. Outside of, Say the Last Dance? Mm-hmm. That was, like, the closest I got to seeing something professional dance.
We need to get your dance movie game together.
Dirty Dancing? I mean...
You better have him go down to dance to kind of all.
Step up.
Stump the Yard.
Come on, let's name some black people.
I'm lost right now, but,
Okay.
I'm just saying, though, like, when I was watching the gram and seeing you on the gram do your thing, I'm like, oh, she really gets down. Like, she on the tippy toes and all that. Like, when you and your homegirls did the TikTok thing, when y'all was doing like ballet, some was doing this, going this way, and it was just like, damn, like, why we don't highlight this type of stuff? You know what I mean? Why we don't show this type of stuff? So when I saw you, I'm like, I got to bring her on the show, man. You know what I mean? But I also wanted to know, like, what made you take dancing? Like, I'm gonna just take it professionally. Like, I want to dance professionally.
I've been dancing since I was very small. When I was in elementary school, there was a teacher. She made it a group called Dancers in Motion, and I was not supposed to make that team. Only reason I made it is because that teacher was mentoring my sister. Like, literally, they said the whole name of people and forgot my name, and then came back on and was like, oh yeah, Hawkins, her too. And they made me an alternate. And I was just like,
and look at you now.
But when I got on, I just loved it so much. I was just like, oh, this is everything. And then from then on, it was just like every family event, y'all got 5 minutes. We performing in the living room. Like, I'm choreographing. It's just, I don't know. It just became who I was. And it was weird because, you know what I'm saying, I come from Southwest D.C., so it's like, ain't no ballerinas around here. What are you doing? Kind of sort of thing. But that was with a lot of things I was doing. Even going off to school or coming here, people were like, you going off to school? Like, when I come home, it's like, oh, here here go college girl. I don't know what she's doing, but she's just on some other stuff. Like, you know, and I have some young girls now even that are in my ballet class that, you know, one girl, she was like, her cousins are telling her, oh, black girls don't do ballet. So she don't even want to come back to class. Like, so it is a thing, what you're saying, like, we don't really see it, but it exists. Like, we are out here. You know, melanated people are creating art on a high level. We're not just TikTok dancers. We are, you know, technical professional dancers. Even in the space of, like, acting, you know, formal, theatrical, you know, it's a whole world. You know, the Debbie Allens and the Felicia Rashads and all of that exists within today. It's a renaissance, for sure, for sure.
Is your business struggling? Trying to get your followers up? No problem. You can advertise with us right now. Tap that link above. Now let's get back to the show.
Before the break, you said something that it really caught my attention. So you were talking about when you first started dance, you were talking about how you weren't even supposed to make the team. So as a child, did that fuck with your confidence in a way? Like, even as you were learning to say, like, oh, they just said, oh, iLLANOiZE Hawkins, you on the team, too. And you kind of only made it because your sister. Did that mess with you and make you want to prove yourself even more as a dancer, being so young, feeling like you didn't necessarily, I guess, deserve your spot on the team?
Nah.
Oh, that's good.
She was like, I got on that.
You know, I didn't even think about it. I guess maybe when I retell the story, I think about it. But in that moment, I would just remember jumping on my seat and being happy.
Yeah, because I think
like,
as a kid, I would have been like, dang, they just gonna forget me. Or if I knew my big sister was the reason that I kind of got it, it would have made me feel like, let me work hard to establish
I don't
myself.
think I processed that till years later.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I was just so happy to be on the team. So honestly, I was just like, yay, cool. I made it.
I definitely understand. So with dance being such a big part of your life, one thing I know dancers for is being very disciplined. I feel like those are some of the most disciplined beings that I know. So since you've been dancing your whole life, was there ever a point where you really got disciplined with your dance and it wasn't just like, oh, I want to do this. It was like, I have to kind of change my lifestyle in order to make this a thing for me?
Yeah, when being a teenager in DC and stuff like that, it was like I wasn't really like out doing a whole bunch of stuff because it was like I got class in the morning. Like, and even with grades, it was like, okay, I don't care about school, but I'm gonna study because y'all say if I don't pass this class, I can't go to class. So it was like very much, I think that was the discipline of it. Also, just like, you know, in ballet and in dance, you have to sometimes portray messages that are way more before your time. Mm-hmm. So you have to like ground yourself and be mature and then learn in different cultures and styles of dancing and things like that. So yeah, for sure. Lots of discipline.
How was that coming from DC and then going to college to learn these dances and other cultures?
What you mean? I
don't know too much about ballet, but I picture it, ballet being like a form of opera singing. Sometimes, am I right?
Yeah. So there are a lot of like spaces that are just that feel familiar. But yeah, when you get to ballet, it can be a little bit like I did the ABT intensive, which is American Ballet Theater, which is like, I'm gonna just say it, the whitest place you can be, right? And so like, you know, these girls, when you're in that space, and I know I'm a small girl, but you know, these are small girls, so it can like, they can kind of create this image where it's just like, oh dang, that's what we're supposed to be looking like or doing and things like that. So that can be kind of tough as far as trying to fit into different cultures of dance. But I mean, just learning different cultures was always fun. And then like I've been in a lot of black dance spaces, so I think that I haven't been too far out of my comfort zone except for with ballet.
So, okay, I have a question since the ballet. You know what I thought about in my moment? The episode of Fresh Prince when Aunt Viv went in that class. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a moment where you were kind of in a class with those colored people and, you know, you had to show your Aunt Viv moment? What did that feel like for you? And, like, what was that moment like?
So every ballet class ever, honestly, not even just ABT, like here, at studios, I won't say their names, but you know, everyone ever. As soon as you walk in as the black girl in dance class, you already know, one, you got to be raw. You got to know what you're doing, because everybody's going to look at you to either be the best person in the class or the worst person in the class, you know? And I always want to be the best person in the class. I'm not coming to be that black girl that's falling behind, don't know really, you know, understand or know, like, that culture. And then she's always in there with you, too. Mm-hmm. Like, as a black girl, the other black girl is always in there, then I'm like, ooh, you're not supposed to have your shoes like that, you know what I'm saying? Or these little small things that they'll look at you and judge you on, and you look in there like, oh, sis, let me help you out.
So, okay, now a lot of what I know about the dance industry comes from watching movies. So is the dance industry as... What's the word that I'm looking for? Because what's the show that's on Netflix? I can't even think of it, but there's a black girl. She ended up becoming a dancer by accident. I cannot think of the name of it to save my life. But like everybody was so mean to her when she got there. So I like dancers in the dance industry. Is it really just that mean? And everybody kind of looking at you like, well, what do you bring to the table? Why are you here?
Yeah, it can be. It's a mix. You definitely find your family, but because, you know, it could be like you or you know what I'm saying? Oftentimes it's like, okay, this is your part, but that's your understudy. And the only thing that's stopping you from that role is this girl. You know what I'm saying? And some people can get into dark spaces and do stupid stuff to succeed. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot of pressure to just succeed because everybody, you know, it's the thing with everybody. Somebody's always better than you, you know? So it can be weird.
When you say, excuse me, when you say like people can get into a dark space and do weird stuff, see, we still learning the inside of the dance world. So what are some of those obstacles, I'm going to say challenges that people would throw at other people to kind of throw them off their balance?
I mean, it could be anything like, you know, they could mess up your shoe so that you could hurt yourself. They could... They could, you know, do something as far as just, you know, talking mess or throwing something on your name or trying to, you know, change around so you don't have that opportunity. Just try to pull you down so that they can rise up. You know what I'm saying? All the same stuff that happens in most, I was say most industries, maybe not, because y'all looking at me like, what?
Ain't nobody ever untied my shoe to try to trip me, so that sounds like some real hate.
Y'all don't hear about like those pageant shows where it's like they'll put glue in your hairspray.
Yeah, I heard stuff like that.
You know, stuff like that be cutthroat.
Ooh,
have you ever experienced anything?
Women-dominated industries.
Have you ever experienced anything?
No.
Yeah, no, they know not to play with you. He like, I wish some more.
I'm a DC and a Chicago mix.
No. I feel like there's some opportunities that maybe that, you know, I didn't get for, you know, reasons that may have been discriminative, but no, ain't nobody ever, you know.
I know you said you was like walking into some of these rooms. It's always you know, probably sometimes you're the only black woman. Have there been the times when you felt like, you know, like you couldn't do it because of like you didn't fit into into certain programs, anything like that?
No. I never felt like that. My Virgo Capricorn mix has always made me feel like I could do anything.
Very
on the real. Look, that's how I be feeling.
That Virgo Capricorn mix be like, cause who can't do it?
Cause what?
You know, my cousin, he actually did ballet, rest his soul. But hearing you speak on the background of things, and he's a black male, and like hearing you speak on how tough it was for you being a black queen, it's like, damn, I can only imagine what he went through. And he did make a breakthrough. He started his own dance school, very prestigious dance school at that. But like hearing and I've been to several ballet dances that he put together throughout the city when he was here. So like hearing you speak on the background of things, now I have more clarity on what he dealt with that he's never shared with the family, or at least to me.
Yeah, it's
as
even
a cousin.
deeper with the men. Ooh, ballet men. I just put my hats off to them. And they're some of the strongest men ever. Like football players, like y'all are strong, y'all are cool. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't doing what y'all can't do with the ballet body.
They be scratching. Yeah. They be scratching.
Yeah, cuz I was swole.
They be scratching.
Cuz was swole.
They be flexible.
They be throwing bodies in the air.
They be throwing them and catching them. And
I remember seeing him on his toes.
His tiptoes with somebody in the air.
Yeah, that man was he was different. He was different. But go ahead.
Oh, so as a dancer, do you work out or is workout your dance? And that may seem slow, but like
that's a great question.
That's how I knew.
All my life I was like, why do I gotta work out? I ain't going to work out. I ain't doing that at all. I'm a dancer. But more recently in life, I just started working out because like all that cardio and the fact that I'm plant-based, it's hard to keep meat on my body. So I'm doing like weightlifting and things like that. You know, I start keep my little curvationness or get it. You know what I'm saying? So I have been working out. I've been putting that work into the gym lately. Yeah, it's definitely different. Cause It's just not. It's not really.
Because if I thought honestly, if I was a dancer, I would have thought that I just need to dance. I'm just gonna dance. My body's gonna be great.
I mean, you can.
Might not
But
be
she
great.
just also said she plant based too.
Yeah.
So I like chicken.
I
like
chicken,
Harold's.
protein.
Harold's fried hard.
With the mild sauce and lemon
Mild
pepper.
sauce, lemon pepper, 6-piece, extra crispy.
Yeah, because like Tiana Taylor, a lot of people they're like, yeah, we're just dancing, you know.
Yeah, and their bodies are just so lean and it's just like so defined. And I'm like, wow, do I need to dance or are you guys working out or what is it? Let's see.
Just dance.
Shake it on off.
All right, well, shake it on to the break then.
You got your phone in your hand and you ain't doing nothing with it. So you might as well go to the Apple Store or Google Play Store and download that iLLANOiZE app. It's not hard to spell if you're illiterate. iLLANOiZE. Just put that in that thing and that thing gonna pop right up and download it and then share it with your whole family. You did.
I know in the beginning of the interview you was mentioning this is a lazy day for you and the storm is coming. And you were speaking on your school and enrollment in the programs that you have coming up. Can you give us details on the programs that you have coming up and with your school, dance school and everything?
Yes. So right now we're transitioning from the summer semester to the fall semester. And it's going to be exciting. So we're going to have a larger, I guess, view on heels and burlesque dancing. Because, you know, technique is cool and it gives you the foundation, but it can be a little restrictive. So it's just kind of more heels classes and burlesque, which is just making women feel amazing and fun and free. I'm enjoying those classes a lot. So in the fall, it'll be a lot of just, instead of just having to, okay, now I'm strictly training, trying to be this amazing dancer, you can be like, okay, it's Monday, I feel like going to drop into heels. I feel like going to drop into this class. So that, we're also going to be curating some burlesque productions and shows.
Okay, I don't want to cut you off, but can you explain exactly what burlesque is? Like, I've heard the word before. I've kind of seen like the scene of it, but what exactly is burlesque? Is it a style of dance?
Yes.
Okay.
So burlesque is just like artistic, creative professionals. Ooh, strippers. I hate to say that. I don't want to offend anybody in the burlesque world, but that's basically, you know, just so you can conceptualize what's going on. That's what it is.
Okay.
So it's not just like, you know, you go to Magic City and you just see butt flopping and, you know, whatever.
It's very sensual.
Yeah, there's a scene. There's the, you know, there may be like a plot. There may be a storyline. You know, there's dance movements. It's slow. There's teasing. You know, there's a lore. There's a whole kind of like boudoir experience to it.
Okay, so another thing you just said, because I love having this conversation about dance because I never had to have a conversation like this. So one thing you just said is like a plot. How do you explain a plot through dance? Like, because you went to school for that, is that something that they teach you, I guess, how to interpret dance for its meaning? Because I get it. Like, I've seen people dance and I guess you can feel the emotion, but like, how do you interpret a whole plot through a dance set? I don't know what to call it.
So it's very similar to the theater space. Like, you know how they used to make silent movies and things like that, and you had to, okay, the music just got intense. So music, that's one way you can convey message. The setting, the props and the things that are around, the imagery and the emotion that the dancer is giving out, the interaction, you know, so much of communication is nonverbal. So dance is just nonverbal communication. So
I want to touch on like Hawkins' House of Horton because, you know, we spoke on some of the challenges you face coming up, especially being a black dancer. And then, you know, now you have your own space to provide opportunity. How, like, what was that like for you putting this thing together, building it ground up and being able to actually bring dancers in to train them as well? Like, what is that like for you?
Liberating, beautiful. So this is a pandemic baby here. So I was working in IT.
Low key.
Hey, gang, gang. So many pandemic baby businesses. But I was working in IT, you know, I got my master's in information technology, information systems. So I thought, okay, we just going to climb this ladder, make this money. And in the middle of 2020, when the George Floyd thing happened, there was just something that just grabbed me and was like, nah, you ain't doing nothing you don't want to do no more. Like, so, and then, you know, I was teaching dance classes around to different people, and I just noticed that they just kind of gravitated more to it at that time because they just needed it. You know what I'm saying? People were working from home all day long with their families, didn't have an outlet, and they just needed it. So it just kind of increased. And I just decided, okay, I'm going to put everything into this, you know. So I wasn't really thinking about, I guess, how it was going to do. I was just like, okay, I just need to start executing and do everything, put everything towards this. So it was awesome. It was cool. I felt like I was walking in my purpose for the first time, because the only reason I hadn't quit my job is because I was like, okay, my mama going to be mad. She already wanted me to be a lawyer. Everybody going to be disappointed. I ain't going to make no money. I never want, you know what I'm saying? This, you know, they tell us there's no money in art and things like that. So it just felt freeing because it's just like none of that matters. How do I feel? I don't feel good right now sitting in front of this computer all day. I feel good when I've taught someone, you know, and then they get it or they progress and, you know, something like that when I can provide this service. So that's what I'm going to do.
Has it progressed in a way where now is this your job now? Like, is this your full-time job now?
Yeah.
So hard work is paid off.
Yes. I am, like I said, about to start working at Art in Motion, but that's also just an extension of what I'm doing. So it's just like, I never thought I was going to be teaching people's kids. I just was trying to stay far away from people's kids. But it just seems like I'm supposed to be teaching people's kids.
So that's actually what I wanted to bring up next, because since you're talking about working with people's children, considering that you are a black woman in this space, because Jones kind of asked it earlier, like, why don't we see that? Do you feel like what you do is very important? And, like, what is it actually like working? Like, do you get to work with little black girls often?
Yes.
So what is it like actually knowing that you were once in their position and now you're teaching them, considering how far you've come yourself as a dancer?
You know, that's the thing, too, because the scariest part of doing this was, like, it's so many dance studios. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so many dance schools. Why would somebody... I feel like it is.
Okay.
So it's just like, why would somebody want to train with me? But then what I'm hearing consistently is I identify with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not comfortable in these other spaces because I'm looking at these white women like, okay, well, they saying I can do this, but, you know, they can do it because, you know. So it's, I guess, to be able to identify with me gives them the encouragement to say, oh, we do this. You know what I'm saying? We can do this. And that's really dope. I love that. Like, I have a student who I am a guardian of. Shout out to Vivian Newby. And a lot of my students, like her, come through very, very tough, hard situations. And they, you know, in areas where it's just like, you know, they want to make it out, or they don't see a random black girl that's like, oh, I'm a ballerina. You know what I'm saying? And so when they get placed into my world, you know, I feel like I can make an impact on them. And it's bigger than dance. It's like dance is what brought you through the door, but now we sitting here having other conversations about things. And
you get to be like a mentor.
Yeah. So that's awesome. It's pretty good. And I know that without dance, I don't know what I'd be doing. So it's like to be able to give that to kids, you know. I want to make our incubator because I know we can't reach all kids through dance. So I want to build, ultimately my brand is called Arch 32, where it's like you can come, you do theater, you do music, you do visual art, you do poetry, you do whatever to get these kids through the door focused on, you know, something that can create discipline for them.
How can people, you know, continue to help you on this journey? Like, is there a way for people to donate, maybe site for people to get in tune with to at least help elevate the brand more?
Well, that's a great question right there. You can always donate. We always accepting donations. You can go to the website, hhofh.org. I believe there's a donation link there. You can reach out to us. You can come to shows. You can come to classes. Share, like, subscribe, all those cool things. Yeah, come to class. Join us.
You said
dance with us.
You said share, like, subscribe. So you all have a channel as well, a channel as well.
Instagram.
Okay.
Website and Instagram. But yeah, we really just want to build the family and, you know, love collaborating. What you guys are doing here, allowing me to come and, you know, talk more about it. That's awesome, too. So all those things are dope.
So do you teach rhythm? Like, do you have a basic
class?
Just
need some rhythm. That's why
for people like me that have only 1.5 ounces of rhythm in my DNA. Because my friends was roasting me this past weekend. I put up a little video and I did like a little whine. They was like, now why... I feel like it might be in there somewhere.
It's in the hips, girl.
So I grew up with brothers, straight boys. My brothers was not shaking their ass in the crib. So you get what I'm saying? If it's in there, Somebody just got to pull it
So
out.
did that make you feel like you didn't have a space to shake ass?
It did, because they was not allowing that.
So that means it's here.
That's what I said. It might be in there. It might
She's
be
like
in there
the Bruce Lee
somewhere.
of dancing. She say it's
here.
It's here.
No, for real. That's why I tell you. It's
Unleash the
dance is-
dragon.
Unleash the inner chi.
Hey, at least that target.
You gotta go to heels and what's it? Heels and burlesque class.
That sounds very.
So is it
sexy.
heels on in burlesque class? Like
Yes. So heels is burlesque class. Heels is Vogue. Heels is
Like the.
yes. We have Vogue classes too.
Now I would do that literally just to have fun, because that looks so much fun. When I see the people voguing, I love dance, because for me, dance is one of those forms of self-expression that you have to really put yourself into. Not because you're using your body, but like, you know, those people, they dance and they say go full out, because you can tell that they not dancing for real. But when somebody's dancing, you can really feel that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that burlesque shit very sexy.
Sexy. That's a new word.
That's a new
Sexy.
Ooh, girl, you so sexy. Use that.
Oh, no.
Girl, you so goddamn sexy.
They gonna be like, what? They gonna be like, what?
They gonna think y'all
Honestly, I
slow.
bet you pull some. I bet you pull some women, because she gonna want to know what that mean.
Oh, what's that mean?
What that mean?
You so creative.
Where you from? You Dominican?
You got a little accent.
You got a little accent. You said I was what?
Well, so now how often are these classes that you present to the world?
So weekly, every day, and during the fall, we got a new lineup of classes coming. So yes, definitely, come take burlesque class, ladies. I can tell you from personal experience, I started taking the burlesque class just because I wanted to heal some of my own little intimacy issues. And it's very liberating. It's very freeing. Like you said, it sounds spicy, it sounds sexy, but that's what you need. You
sometimes you need
in
that.
a household with all brothers, so your feminine energy was oppressed a little bit, So come
My
get
mom
it
was a
back.
tomboy. She
Yes.
be looking at me like, girl, why you putting on makeup? I be like, because do you see how this highlight popping? She be, no.
I'm going to the
Your
mailbox.
I'm like,
That's
bro,
why.
I see your cheekbones.
Hilarious.
We need that. Though.
Oh, hell no.
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta let people know again how they can get in tune with you. That email, that website, all of those things.
Yeah, so we are at HHOFH.org on our website. On Instagram, it is HHO Horton, Horton, Horton. Horton is a modern-based technique style of dance. It's the very first style of dance that Black people were able to do professionally. Lester Horton created the first interracial Black dance company, so that's why that is the modern that we adopt and teach to our kids. That's, the gram website. That's it. That's how you're going to reach me.
Y'all better reach out. Hey, reach out.
You
Classes.
go on the website and get the number and the address.
And donate.
And donate. Don't forget to donate.
And put y'all kids in. Are there kids
It takes a
programs?
village. Yes, we have a tiny tots program, which is from ages 4 to 9. So getting them started early with creative movement. We also have our certificate program, which is for our serious dancers who just want to learn, train, and go as far as they can go. And then we have our happy hour memberships. So if you want to just take the
Happy
heels,
hour. There's like drinks in there.
yes.
That's me.
Happy hours, those are the fun classes like heels and burlesque and hip hop and things like that, and they're after work, so it's more for the the older ladies who just want to move and have fun, come have a cocktail and shake a little bit after work. And we have memberships for that too. So if you want to take the heels class every Monday, you can do that for about $45 a month. Same thing with burlesque and the other happy hour classes.
Look, come get a little cocktail and shake that tail.
Okay, right.
Shake it off. Shake that bad day off, girl. Shake it off.
Calories.